What's up, guys? This is the Rubicon podcast. My name is Basil Plays, and
I'm Kangy Tube.
yeah, and this is the first podcast we're doing. Yeah, basically, before we start, like the fucking podcast
Yeah, or I'll eat your dick off.
and subscribe to Rubicon podcast.
Yes.
Alright, so first on the agenda.
Mm-hmm.
So, Shane Dawson was hanging out with Trisha Paytas in lockdown while Shane Dawson. Yeah, Shane already had coronavirus.
Really? I never heard about that.
Yeah, he had coronavirus at the time.
Really?
Yeah. So then Trisha 100%.
Serves the rich right.
Yeah. So what's your thoughts on this? On the whole coronavirus pandemic itself? What do you got first?
A bit inconspicuous that there was a plague in 1820, 1920, and now 2020.
Yeah. Well, the thing with me is China had like 68,000 cases or something.
And they still tried to hide it before.
Yeah, and they were trying to hide it, and then as soon as then all of a sudden everybody in a country that can't afford to travel, everybody started traveling. So
yeah, which is a bit fishy, but they could have handled it way better. It wouldn't be as bad as it is if they just spent time fixing it.
It comes down to China is basically just a bunch of music.
Yeah, they didn't want to get into any of their shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is stupid, but it's the way the world works.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, so with the whole Trisha Paytas, fucking Shane Dawson thing, what's your opinion on that? Do you think they should have been hanging out? Do you think that?
But social distancing, no, they shouldn't be hanging out when it should be quarantine time.
Exactly. And I'm pretty sure America is like the global fucking center or something shit of coronavirus, so it's especially stupid that they're doing it.
It's like they've
in the picture there's a third person in the background too. It's not even like it's just another person.
Yeah, that's Ryland.
Oh.
That's Shane's boyfriend or husband.
Oh shit! I never even knew he was gay, to be honest.
No, I thought he was one of them Beastie Boys.
Bestiality? Oh fuck, you're right, he fucked his cat.
Yeah. Again though, they're sitting there and they're doing videos and touching different shit at the same time. It doesn't matter if they've washed their hands, Shane still had it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And they wouldn't, after the cameras got turned on, I very much doubt that they still had their masks on the whole time.
Or, for the matter of that, even wash their hands.
Yeah, that's true.
I just don't trust it.
They have a lot of bags of shit in front of it, so they're probably going past the parcel.
Probably. Especially, there's drinks in front of them, too.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
So, that doesn't really...
Not exactly very helpful.
No, not at all.
Alright.
What do you think about this Grossy Gore dude?
Who's that?
He's scammed his editors. He was doing his videos and that. Yeah. He was doing these videos and all of this, doing what usually someone would do, and he decided that he'd start scamming his editors. He started getting people to do editing for him. They said he'd pay him and never paid him, and then when he got exposed for it, he decided to pay him.
Oh shit.
It's complete bullshit.
Just getting different editors to edit every single video, and then just...
Yeah.
Oh shit. So then when he got exposed, he started...
He paid him. Yeah. No, he just paid the ones that he scammed.
Oh shit. Well, that's fucked.
Yeah.
I feel like it is kind of the editor's fault too, because I feel like if you're editing a video,
You should receive payment first.
you should ask for some sort of payment up front. You shouldn't edit somebody's video and then send it back without being paid.
Yeah, that's like how businesses say if you're going to say, even just an example, my mum runs she makes t-shirts, cups, and all this sort of shit. She gets payment up front to buy like the cups and the t-shirts and the vinyl and all this sort of stuff, and then gets them to pay afterwards and buy what she's done. Like, say, workload is what they pay for afterwards.
Yeah.
But I really don't think what he did was right at all.
Yeah, not at all. That's pretty shitty on his part.
It's very shitty.
Also, talking about the people on YouTube, PewDiePie has just signed a stream deal with YouTube. So
that'll be interesting.
What are your opinions on this? Are you looking forward to seeing PewDiePie streaming a lot on YouTube? Because usually a YouTube stream deal means 5 to 6 hours.
It might be interesting. PewDiePie really, I don't reckon he's very funny unless he's edited in like his comedy when he has time to work on it and think about it. But I don't mind watching streams.
Last time he had a YouTube streaming deal, he blew it off by saying some certain words that we're not allowed to say on a bridge in PUBG.
Yeah. Like, exactly. On a video, he can put a filter on it and all this sort of stuff, and he can edit out parts that he doesn't like in there. But on a stream, it's a bit different. Like, especially with someone as popular as him, people are going to spend all their time watching the streams instead of watching different content creators.
Exactly. So if he slips up again, it's not going to be very good for him. He's definitely going under this.
It also brings less to the table for him because not a lot of people like... I guess through donations he could also get money too, but not many people...
making a lot of money out of this.
No.
YouTube would have paid him
not,
a lot of money just to sign.
Not a lot of people watch streams sometimes. Not a lot of people like them. But it's like, say, he gets how many millions of views average on a video. Yeah, he does a stream and not many people are going to watch it because they think, well, it's a stream, it's boring. There's not like memes and shit in there all the time.
I mean, he does still have like that, 100 million fan base. He's definitely going to have like at least 20, 30,000 people watching.
Definitely.
And that's bigger than most streamers. Like, most people can't just start a stream and get 30,000 views. Hold it consistent. Recently, I've been watching Big Star. He does Warzone streams. It's actually insane. He pulls like 12k at a time, and he's literally the donations just fly through.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. And PewDiePie's fan base is just that strong. He's gonna make money out of this.
I was watching. There's this YouTuber I used to watch on YouTube. His name's Blasphemous. He calls himself Blasphemous HD. Anyway, I used to watch a few of his videos, and then I stopped watching after a while. But he, on one of his videos, he decided he'd post a video saying, "I nearly got shot by the police. Go over and watch my YouTube live stream on his other channel, his secondary channel," and was lying the entire time, just blatantly lying about it was a normal traffic stop.
Yeah.
A dude pulled up to the side of his car, the cop.
Yeah.
Two of them walked on the passenger side because it's America. They, with the dislike to cops there, they sort of, it's reasonable for him to do that.
Yeah, that makes
asked him and his passenger, which was his girlfriend, for their driver's license, and well, he decided that he should start having a go at cop, and he was accusing the cop of saying that he's a pimp because he shouldn't be driving a Chevrolet, and that someone that good looking shouldn't be sitting next to him, a man looking like him. And then he started saying that the entire time the cop had his hand on his gun behind his back, and he thought he was going to get shot and all this shit. And the entire, like, five times through, like, the hour and something long stream, he kept asking for donations and just pitying people into paying him donations.
Well, the way I see that is I think the cops would have handled that better.
They handled it fine. It was just a normal traffic stop. They went to the side of...
if they, I'm not saying they did, but was there on the stream? Was there a video of the cops saying that they accused him?
He had recordings of it. I'm pretty sure, but he's done tons of videos saying that he's almost gotten shot and all this shit to get people to donate to him and all that.
So the cops did say, like, he's a dead fish.
No. The cop went up to the side of the car, said, "Can I please have your license, sir?" He said, "Yeah, I'm going to reach down and grab my license," grabbed it, give it to the police officer, and he came back and said, "Your registration isn't right." He said, "Yeah, I just bought this car. It's just getting, the plates are getting, like, transferred over and all that. These are just like 1 month plates until I get my actual plates." And he said, yeah, he understood all that. He thought it was a little bit fishy, but like, it happens. And then he asked the woman for her driver's license just in case, and asked what the relation between them was, because he just needed to know that basic information. And Blasphemous took from that he was a pimp.
Okay, yeah, that happens.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that situation could have definitely been handled better, but I especially don't understand, why do people try to use every situation they come across to gain clout and subscribers?
Because it's just fishing. It works. That's
true.
Even like Marcus Dibble, an Australian YouTuber, he's stopped doing YouTube because a lot of stress is built up on him because of it. But he used to call out people who used to fish for likes and fish for all this information, like this money and shit, and he'd call them out, and then there goes all of their career. Which, it's stupid that they try and do it.
Well, I mean, technically, doing that is almost like, that's kind of profiting from other people's failure. Which, I mean, I get it. I get that he's like exposing people who are doing obviously the wrong thing, but I think there's a way you can shut people down without making it into a business.
Exactly. He never really made it into a business. His business is photography.
Oh, shit.
He had a big Instagram page, and this, you know, that Blondie Australia, the one who popped up in the news, who they said about, she was doing, I think she sent on Instagram or Snapchat a message to a 14 or 13-year-old boy, and she went to go have sex with him.
Oh shit, I never knew that.
But the news reporters, like, they went up and they asked her about it, and she just pulled her tits out and said, "That's what I have to say about it." She's...
What, trending on Twitter, there's hashtag Prime Minister Morrison. I'll send you the link to that. Yeah. Everyone hates Scott Morrison. So he must have done something else.
Really?
Yeah. So go get your loved ones for a solid dose of plague, so we can all perish for an economy that deserves to die instead.
This is just state by state breakdown of what COVID-19 restrictions are being erased. Oh no, they're yelling at him because he's erasing, like, the restrictions. Basically, he's saying you don't have to be locked in your house anymore, and you don't have to. Soon, he's saying that, like, in a few weeks' time, the restrictions are going to be gone, like no social distancing and that sort of stuff. You don't have to do it, but you
want to do it.
Yes, he's saying that if you want to do it, you still can. It's a choice now, like self-isolation was a choice, but we're making it so that people, for one, because they can't afford to be, some people can't afford to be staying at home.
Also, if they don't take away all this stuff, they don't let businesses continue. Our currency is going to be worth nothing. We're just going to have a shit economy. We're not going to be able to live the way we live anymore.
Like, he's saying that they're lifting the ban, meaning that you don't have to stay at home anymore, which some people have been asking for. They don't want to stay at home all the time. But they're asking for it, and now they're all yelling at him for having erased the restrictions or doing that. But
that's pretty stupid. We need an economy. Without an economy, we won't make any money. If there's no money flowing around, then we all are basically fucked.
yeah, I've been out shopping and all of that. I don't care. I'll social distance, yeah, but it's not bad. I don't care about getting it because I understand that, for one, my age, it's not really common you get it. And also because the first 5 days are the worst, then it gets better. Like,
yeah,
my
I've been out. I've social distanced most of the time. A few times where I've been out with people. But if I've been fine so far, that proves that just going out I mean, I'm not saying go out and do whatever you want. Don't do it until you're obviously allowed to. But
especially if you're in America.
Especially if you're in America. But it's really, really, really unnecessary to hide inside your home and never leave for the next 6 months. That's not really going to be the case.
It's like he's making it shopping, so that shopping was a necessity. Shops like that are a necessity, or places like mental health, like my local music store's still open. I go there and buy shit. But it's like he's letting every store open up again, which would be good, because what happens when businesses don't go up anymore because you can't recover from something like that.
Yeah, if they have no money coming in and they can't feed their families, they have to shut down the business, because running a business costs money. You can't just run a business and make money from it.
Yes.
It costs money to run a business.
And in saying that, like, sure, I don't agree with some of the things that he's doing, like, say, he's erasing the social distancing part. I believe that one should still be a thing.
Distancing should happen, because if they erase it all too quickly, then everyone's just going to go out there and as if like coronavirus is gone, and then there's going to be another big outbreak.
Exactly. Like, if you don't, people should still choose to social distance. I know they won't, because people still don't social distance half the time in public.
I've seen all the people our age just on Snapchat stories, just in general.
Yeah.
Nobody is paying attention to any of this stuff.
I guess it's within their own reason, though. Some people don't want to be cooped up in their house all the time and bored.
Like, some people especially have like parents, so you just can't stay there all day with them.
It's like in the local, Northgate had, I think it's Northgate, there was some people, a boy and a girl, I think they were brother and sister, about our age, and their parents had gone to work, so they left home and went out to Northgate and started doing stuff, and the cops spoke to them and said, like, you're not out here doing necessity shopping or anything. You're not out here at Woolworths or EB Games, like places like that. You're out here just walking around doing whatever you please. Who are your parents? What's their phone number? That's all. They asked, who are your parents? What's your phone number? What's their phone number? And they wouldn't tell them.
What you say is, these are my parents. I don't know their number.
Yeah.
I actually got arrested. It was 2-3 weeks ago. So I was out at night. I wasn't following social distancing. Should have been, but I wasn't. I was very much not sober, so. Yeah. And the cops pulled up. It was literally, we thought it was just one cop car pulling up. Because if you're out walking around with a kid, they usually pull up, say, "Oh, yeah, what's your name? What are you doing?" And you just say, "Oh, I'm at my mate's house," whatever.
Well, you can't really say that now, yeah.
Yeah, so I was just like, "Oh, yeah, I'm cool." They're like, "Where are you?" I was like, "Oh, I was at my aunt's house." They're like, "Why?" I was like, "I was just looking after her." And they asked my name and everything, and then they searched me and they found grass.
Yeah.
And
they found a substance.
Yeah, they found a substance. And then they arrested me, did all the bullshit, took me home. But yeah, it was real pain in the ass. Because we thought it was just going to be one cop car. So one cop car pulled up, two of them jumped out and literally sprinted over to us. We weren't even trying to run away or anything. And then, about 5 more cop cars pulled up and we were like, Jesus Christ, the whole force. They literally stepped out holding their guns. What the fuck's going on?
It's like, the cop said to them kids, you just cost your parents $1,200 each kid.
Yeah.
It's because they were refusing to comply.
Yeah, well, when they asked him on his phone number, they're like, "What's her name?" I was like, "Jodie Hanson." They're like, "What's her phone number?" I was like, "I don't know."
Did you see that dude who got? He wasn't right in the head, but he went and robbed the pharmacy down in Rosetta.
What, the one next to the RGA?
Next to the Rosetta Bakery.
Yeah.
They ended up. The cops ploughed him with a car.
Armed robber, Jesus Christ.
It was only a knife. They ploughed him with their car and kept hitting him. He just kept screaming at them, "I want to die, I want to die. Shoot me," and shit like that. And they're just sitting there screaming at him and confusing him.
I'm going to read out the story.
Yeah.
Right, so Tasmanian police say a 20-year-old Berriedale man is in custody following an allegedly armed robbery at a Hobart pharmacy today. So it happened at 9:05, and apparently they demanded property. So I'm assuming
he went in. Yes, pills.
Yeah. So the dude was leaving the scene and pulled out a knife when the cops showed up. They tried to negotiate with him. Oh, it says that he wasn't injured.
He wasn't injured. No, they just love tapped him with the car.
Oh.
But
shit! 2 police officers were injured, and they had to get medical treatment.
Yeah. He was lucky he didn't get shot. He was nearly at the point of getting shot. But they tapped him with the car one time and he fell over and got back up because the car reversed. And the second time they hit him with the car and then they held the car sort of over him and he dropped it. He threw the knife and put his arms up.
There's a video?
Yes.
There's a video of it.
There's a video of it. Oh, that's what I learned. That's what I got on Facebook one morning and saw it.
Holy shit, there's 3 coppers out there with their guns drawn.
Yeah, and listen to what they're screaming at him. I understand that it's a really harsh situation to be in, but to be screaming what they're screaming at him is unnecessary. At least, like, convince him to drop the knife. Don't sit here screaming curse words at him or anything.
No, that's what they're like.
Yeah.
I got arrested another time, and yeah. So I thought that they pulled up, and I thought they were just going to get in the car, mate. Like, get in the fucking car! And I just legged it. It was insane.
It's not necessary. They don't need to sit there doing it. It's because they feel like they have authority. They do have authority over you.
The reason they scream is they're taught to scream because when you're getting like fully screamed at by multiple people with guns drawn at you, it freaks you out, and then that gives you like that fight or flight response.
Yeah.
Get shot.
Yeah, but in this situation, he's not mentally right, so it's confusing him. Yeah, it's just in some situations I feel like they shouldn't use it. Did you see him get hit by the car?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first time, I'm guessing.
Oi, that copper, as soon as they already had him on the ground.
Punched him in the face.
Yeah, punched him in the fucking head. What a fuck.
That wasn't necessary. That really wasn't necessary for him to get punched in the face.
Yeah, that was fucked.
That's what they do. They feel like they have more authority over you than they do, and they use it as a position of power. It's not that they don't need to do anything like that at all.
Yeah. Jesus. Well. Fucking hell. That's interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
But
well, I was going to say we could get that video in the podcast, but I'm assuming that YouTube won't allow that.
No, probably not.
Because just pop screen put the mic down and shit like that. So we definitely don't exactly want that in the podcast if we're intending on getting monetized in this podcast.
Yeah. He that happened not that long ago. I think it happened just
yeah, wasn't it just a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, just after lockdown started here.
Yeah. Jesus.
He didn't comply, sure. He wanted them to shoot him. A textbook suicide by cop, straight up, but they could have still handled it right. Like, I mean, sure, the car. I understand the car. The car was fine if he's not injured, but punching him.
They didn't exactly hit him slow.
No.
Fucking sped up at him.
Yeah, but if you're going to hit him slow, he's sitting there stabbing the window with a knife. If you hit him slow, it's not really going to do nothing.
Well, I mean, he literally, and then once he was on the ground, they pepper sprayed him. I don't see why they didn't just pepper spray him and stuff.
Yeah, like pepper ball rounds.
Exactly.
There are so many more methods of of non-lethal force.
Yeah.
That you can use to get someone to actually submit. Yeah.
Also, if any of you guys want to see the video that I was just watching, search up Rosetta Pharmacy. That's just top by the butcher.
I'll link it in the description.
Yeah.
But it wasn't half the force there wasn't necessary at all. Yeah. But isn't that in every case, a majority of cases that involve police, half of force that's there isn't necessary? Yeah, and especially, and that's the same as the one where I got arrested. There was only one cop car. There was like 3 cops in that first cop car. And you were complying? So, yeah, I was just complying. I was just like, yeah, whatever, man. And then 4 more cops pulled up. I was like, oh, here we go. But it wasn't even like it was another paddy wagon that pulled up. The car that first pulled up was a paddy wagon. So the other one was really unnecessary. It's like, I understand without authority in the world, we'd be completely screwed, but they could at least train them better if you get what I mean. Yeah, well, they don't even have to go through that much training. Yeah. It really doesn't even take that much to be a cop, and that means you get to walk around with a gun. For a mentally unstable person, obviously, if you get mentally tested and you're not stable, they won't let you be a cop. Yeah. They're not going to give you a gun and put you out the street. But you'll be doing like parking ticket duty and shit. Yeah. But like, it's really not that hard to be a cop, and then that gives you the ability to just cruise around with a Glock 19, which is one of the most deadly pistols going around Tasmania. And other than the police, I mean, obviously there's a lot of people who have guns, but we're not going to go into all that sort of bullshit. But like, other than the police are the main people with weapons in Tasmania. Yeah. The police are kind of basically their own gang. Well, at this point, yes, they are nearly their own gang with how they treat their authority. Yeah. They really do abuse their authority. But I guess in some ways and forms they have to. But not in every situation. Yeah. Like in that situation, I do get it because he was sitting there with them. But, I mean, to pepper spray him after he's been hit with a car, he's ditched the knife, he's put his hands up, to then pepper spray him and punch him in the head, like, while you can tell that he's definitely not right in the head. Yeah. That's pretty scummy. Back to this whole YouTube side of things. Have you seen any of this weird shit with Riley Reid popping up a lot on YouTube? She's been doing a lot of videos with people. It's like she started out with Raka Raka and ended up getting... That's her boyfriend. No, it was his brother. Got with his... No, that's a shared channel. And then started popping up with everyone else. I've only seen all the old stuff with Raka Raka. I haven't seen her. No, there's... In May, so she started doing some shit. I definitely. Yeah, I'd guess that much. She's been streaming a lot on her own channel. Yeah. Oh shit! Jake Paul got her to striptease for one of her friends a week ago. Jake Paul also... No, it was... 11 hours ago, apparently she married someone. Jake Paul's friend. Is Riley Reid in America or Jake Paul again? Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, so 1 week ago, he had a video with her. 11 hours ago, he had a video with her. So she's definitely been with him for the last week.
at least.
It's like Mia Malkova
Exactly.
doing all of these videos with everyone and all of that.
I like the Misfits podcast. I thought that would be
That was a good podcast, and I mean, she came on there with gifts.
yeah.
But I reckon Riley Reid's more or less also abusing the fact that she's popular. Jake is abusing her as well for the fact that every man and his dog knows who she is, and these thumbnails are not...
Well, Jake Paul, when you think about it, he has a child fan base, and he's out there marketing a porn star to them.
Yeah.
I still...
Racket Rack was fine. Theirs isn't a child fan base.
I can't even imagine what the Team 10, obviously, like, you know Team 10 is...
Yeah.
Everyone knows that. Because then they're not just like a YouTube group, they're like an actually established company. I cannot imagine what the investors of Team 10 are thinking now. Like, half the group split up, it's now like Team 5.5, and now they've got Riley Reid on the show, and they're marketing themselves to kids. Like, this is not going well for them, is it?
Yeah, no, it's...
And they would have put a lot of money into that company.
They also would have probably put a lot of money into getting Riley back into doing videos with them, but...
Oh, yeah, 100%. She would be paid on the hour.
This is all like, just back to the point we were talking about earlier, where they just clickbait and they do all of this for views in the end of it. It might start off as a hobby or like something where you do it for fun.
We're not doing YouTube for money right now.
No, I do YouTube and Twitch because I have the ability to.
Yeah, and it's just we're just doing it for fun and to entertain people, yeah?
Or just entertain myself really as well.
Yeah. And that's how most people start off. But a lot of people, I know a lot of people continue to do that until they end their YouTube or streaming careers. But there's also a large group of people who, as soon as they blow up, then they go more mainstream. So they blow up for being like an outlandish Ninja, good example. He blew up because of the fuck did you say to me, little bit.
Yeah.
The fuck say to me, you little shit bit. And then as soon as he blew up, he continued down that path of being an absolute gangster for a bit. And then when he realised that he started losing money and losing investors and everything, he went all mainstream and stopped being himself.
Well,
and that's what a lot of YouTubers do and streamers.
Yeah, like take Doc for example. He changed a little bit after that big event with him cheating on his wife.
Yeah, I guess that's understandable though.
But you never really see who Doc properly is because he never breaks character.
Exactly, and that's the good thing about Dr. Disrespect. I feel like that's the reason he was so big, because he wasn't just like another person people watched. People didn't watch him for himself.
They watched him for Doctor, yeah.
But that is a very, very dangerous thing to do, because if people are watching you for your character, and one day you go...
And you break it.
Yeah, one day you go, I'm done being a character, I want to show who I really am. Then that's just really not going to be good for your image, is it?
It's almost like a content change. Say if you're a gaming channel and you move straight over to just doing... Well, I guess these sort of link into each other. A lot of gaming channels do go on and do, like, reaction shit. But say you're a gaming channel and you go on to start doing, like, say, making short films and that. Like horror shit. Short film horror things. If you would, say, PewDiePie and then all of a sudden turned into basically Crypt TV.
Yeah.
That's sort of... Your fan base came here for what you do.
Yeah, your fan base, and then, it's like people who change for money, it's really not good. And it just, it can really destroy your career if you go too far with it.
Yes. At least some YouTubers who do it go as far to make other channels dedicated to that. So if someone can watch content on this channel, someone can watch content on this channel.
That's the whole point of a second channel. Is if you have some of your viewers who like both, some of the viewers who only like one, and then you get new viewers on the other channel. So broadening the things you do can expand your viewer base. But if you broaden your things too far, at some point you're gonna have to leave some things behind, which will also ditch those viewers.
Yeah. But
so I guess it's good to broaden like your horizon, but don't broaden it too far.
like, say, being an entertainer, bringing in, say, for example, you're someone like Jacksepticeye, you make gaming videos, and then every now and then you add a little bit of spice in and do something like you try not to laugh shit, or you're like his funniest home videos, things that he does.
Yeah, and that worked really well for him, and that did make viewer base a lot bigger. But it was when he went from the screaming Irish man who didn't give a fuck and was always swearing and always carrying on,
to being family friendly.
Yeah, to the politically correct, family friendly Irish bloke who just plays games. Like, he's changed his image so far to the point where, because I used to be a huge fan of him.
Yeah,
I can't even watch the videos anymore because they're just so.
He puts it on.
Yeah, for what I subscribe to that channel and for what the reason that I like his content and him as a person is very much different to how he actually is as a person.
It's like how I like watching Soup. Soup doesn't give a shit. He is him, and that's what people watch him for.
Yeah.
But
he's really good.
When I've spoke to him, he's actually a really, really nice dude. But he does what he does because it's funny to him, and it works for his fan base.
Yeah.
But Jacksepticeye, like the examples there, he puts it all on. He even puts on half his accent. His accent isn't that strong.
Yeah, no. Well, obviously, I agree with the other accent that's strong, but even he said it himself. Like he's the Jacksepticeye and Sean are two very different people.
Sean is just like him doing vlogs and that, like that Detective Pikachu vlog he did. That's him.
That's the real him. I didn't watch the whole thing, to be honest.
It's like how PewDiePie, doing the live streams, we might actually see this, if it is true. He could be like some racist, like when that last stream, but he makes it so it doesn't seem like it in his videos. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the good thing about PewDiePie, though, is he... Obviously, in YouTube, you can't say racist things, but in real life, let's be honest here, we've all said the N-word. We've all probably said a lot of other racist things, but usually it's just a joke. We're not actually being racist. We're saying racist things. But I feel like if you can be racist, you can say racist things, but there's a difference between saying the N-word and being racist.
It's the term you use it in. It's like the entire... Did you hear about Tanner Mongeau and iDubbbz?
No.
So iDubbbz, he says it on his videos. Everyone knows that iDubbbz says that on his videos, but he doesn't use it in a racist context. He uses it in a humour context.
Yeah.
And Tanner Mongeau, when she was 13, used to say it too. And then she went, and when she started getting popular, I think she was like 17 or 18, she stopped being like that, and she was all like this politically correct person, and then called out iDubbbz for saying it all the time, and that he's racist for saying it. So
Did you see iDubbbz's video where he went to TanaCon?
Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah. He went there and said it to her.
That was such a funny clip.
But
when he's standing there, we're going to get a picture. Jesus Christ.
But using...
Do you want to pull that clip off YouTube and put it on the podcast?
Yeah, I will. But using it like that, it was fine. He apologised for if it seems racist.
And I mean, also, he wasn't saying it he wasn't being racist. If he was sitting there, if she was a black woman, black person, and
yeah, sexist much.
And then said it.
Yeah.
Then that is racist.
Using it in a racist context.
Exactly, but he's just using it as a word. He's not using it as an adjective. He's using it as a word.
It's not even so much as an adjective. He uses it as like a humour prop, basically.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, to him, it's just a word. So if you're using it in a racist way, then you're using it as like
an adjective or a noun.
You're calling someone that's what they are.
You're saying that they necessarily, you're blatantly objectifying that person and saying what they are to you, like what you believe that. I have met some black people, and they're some of the nicest people I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, so have I. But then it's the same way. I've met a lot of white people who are really, really nice. I've met a lot of black people who are cunts. I've met a lot of white people who are cunts. It really doesn't make a difference.
Speaking about, like,
you can be a fucking asshole to a black person, and that doesn't make you racist.
Yeah.
But if you're being an asshole to a person because they're black, then
that's racist. Look, I'm gonna see. Speaking of like the black ethnicity, Jesus, I'm gonna see if it's still a thing. No. There was another thing about that. First, I'll say this. Okay, no, they've gotten it now. Jamaica never had any cases of coronavirus, but now they've only gotten 498.
Damn, is that more or less? How many does Tassie have? How's it gone up in the last week?
It's been like 200 and something. It could be 300 now. I think it actually is 300 now.
Because I know that it stopped for like a few days.
It stopped for a week.
Did it stop for a week?
Yes. There was one that they said in that week that never actually happened. There's only been 9 deaths in Jamaica, though. 78 of them were recovered.
That's pretty good.
But Jamaica never had it until about the 15th of March, I think.
Oh, I don't think they're actually showing state numbers on it.
No.
Really?
If I search it up, they probably will. But,
I just did, but they just have it all on graphs now. They don't actually just have the numbers of cases in each state. Oh, wait, yeah, they do. They've just changed the thing. Alright. Tasmania.
97 Australia is 97 deaths.
Tasmania has had 0 new cases in the last 24 hours. They're going good.
Yeah. And, like, say, again, with Scott Morrison taking our bans off slowly, we've had 0 cases, and we're still, half the people aren't even following protocol.
Yeah, and with you know how Victoria is getting into it? I know.
It's New South Wales.
Oh, shit. Victoria has got 10 in the last 24 hours, and did you hear about all of the protests in New South Wales against lockdown?
No.
Oh, so people were literally, groups of hundreds of people were out on the street protesting, and they kept getting bashed by the police and everything for being out. And that was all in New South Wales, so you'd think that would make coronavirus a bigger thing. We've only had 2 in the last 24 hours.
Exactly. It's really not as bad or as highly contagious as everyone's saying it is.
Not as bad as it was, because confirmed cases, they were like, so basically it went flat, and they were going up by like 10 cases a day, and then it went up by, 10 cases a week, then it went up by 6,000 a week, and now it's just kind of staying flat. Yeah, it hasn't even gone to, it was 6,000 2 weeks ago, but it hasn't gone to 8,000.
Yeah.
So it hasn't even got to 7,000. It's actually really, really slow.
Trying to find something.
How long have we been going for?
How long have we been going for? 45 minutes.
I'm going to do one more thing.
Yeah, I was going to talk about, you ever heard of, I think it's Asata's Sisters?
Put it in chat.
I'm trying to find it.
Yeah.
They, I think it's called Asada's Sisters or whatever it is. It was a big race group that they made. It was about Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
And they ended up taking it all and twisting it and making it. They named themselves Asada's Sisters, and then said that it was all a movement, and the name was designed to be based around one of their member of the black community that is now dead, I'm pretty sure. Her name was like Asata something or something Asada, and they're saying that what they're doing is good. It is a Black Lives Matter group. They all go out and they do all this. They do social stuff. They protest within the limits. They don't go out and do like signs in the middle of the street and stop cars.
Yeah.
But their message isn't right. The Asada, the woman, went in and I'm pretty sure with a shotgun killed two innocent people, ran off away from the cops, and then killed a few more cops as well.
Oh, wow.
And then she was shot, I believe, and they considered it a racist move.
Are they protesting that woman, or that?
They're just protesting that Black Lives Matter, but using her as an example. Even though that's a very bad example.
Wait, so are they using the example that the cops shouldn't have killed her?
Yes,
Okay. Well, it's a good message.
but not for that person.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Really good message, but they're campaigning it with a fucking shitty example.
Very, very shitty example. But anyway,
I can't even comprehend the fact that you could campaign and go, no, the cops shouldn't have killed someone, walked with a shotgun to them.
But anyway, I feel like that wraps this up, this episode of the podcast.
On a high note.
on a high note. Not a racist joke, I swear.
Alright, Connor's going to make our socials pop up on screen now.
Yep, make sure to go check them out, everyone.
Yep, subscribe to us, please. Approach 300. Subscribe to YouTube.
And subscribe to the Rubicon podcast.
Yep.
And
See you guys in this podcast.
yeah, we'll see you guys. Any input, any news sources, anything like that,
Yeah,
leave it in the comments.
If you guys want us to cover, leave them in the comments of this podcast. We probably should say that at the start.
Yeah, true. And also, yeah, any feedback, highly appreciated.
Yep. Any sponsorships, reach out. We'll have the business email in this.
And yeah, peace.
There he is.
Cheers. Have a good one. See yous.